Hello, good day, good afternoon everyone, this is ViperAS for Viperland, and I may have resubscribed to World of Warcraft. Yes. So, I'm going to start a few videos of the thing that I like to do most in this entire game, which is soloing things. It's gotten a bit easier at level 90, I've been away from the game since level 80, so it's gotten quite a bit easier, but I figured I'd start off with something fairly simple that almost anyone should be able to do, which is Molten Core. I am a Blood Death Knight, item level 503, and I figured I'd at least show how to get there, because a lot of people that I've actually talked to in game don't even know how to get there. So from either the north or south of, you can either come in from the north of Searing Gorge or from the south in Burning Steps. It's the giant mountain in the middle, there's a big doorway, leads in the inside like this. Looks pretty cool in here. There's a few different places you can go, but what you're looking for is this little walkway here. Leads you to this dude, Blood Elf I believe, and teleport you to the Molten Core. Very simple. You used to have to do an attunement where you'd have to go through Blackrock Depths I believe, but you don't have to do that anymore. You can just teleport in. And so here we go. I've seen a handful of videos that cut out most of the stuff that you do throughout here. I'm going to try and show everything, but I'm going to try and skip a lot of trash. I don't know, because a lot of people don't know the interior layouts of these places, and I'm not exactly a master. I've done it a handful of times. But I figure this is a good way of showing things. Not that you couldn't just use the map too, but you know. Most of the stuff down here, if you're level 90, just walk past it. You can kill it, but it's not like it drops much. It really doesn't. The core hounds, those ones have a much wider aggro radius, so you're very likely to grab at least one of them on your way over here, especially this guy. Whereas everything else just kind of walks past. Except that guy, he's totally gonna just screw it up, but whatever. I'm gonna keep going, because they're not really much of a threat. This guy was gonna aggro no matter what, so we're gonna grab him. I may as well kill these two now. And hope that we don't get knocked off. Be very careful of that. It's something that's very easy to forget. This will also be my first time coming through here since getting a much better weapon, so hopefully this will go very quick, very smooth, so on and so forth. This guy goes back and forth, even if you grab him it doesn't matter, but look at that, he walked almost on top of me, nothing, no aggro. It's very difficult to pull these guys, not impossible, but difficult. And I imagine any class can probably get through here. Okay, first boss of this place, that guy. May as well put a skull on him. The important thing here is these core hounds. They all have to die, an entire group of them has to die within a few seconds of one another. If they don't, they're just going to come back, which can make it very difficult. If you have low DPS, your best bet is to just stick to AoE, like, what's this, Blood Oil? Yeah, Blood Oil. That's a great way to make sure that they all go down around the same time. If you have high DPS, you can probably just burst each one down and get them down in enough time. This boss comes with normally 2 ads. Where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. He's on the back row. And if they're near any of the core hounds, you will pull the core hounds. Not always a terrible thing, but you know, if you're worried about being able to take them out, it's not just level 90 people that solo this, and we're not all Blood Death Knights. So it's good to be careful. I have totally screwed up these things before, back at a lower level, by pulling bigger groups than I mentioned. Honestly, this guy doesn't do much. He can, if the fight goes on long enough, put a curse on you that's a pain. Off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly what it does. I think it like reduces like magic or healing done to you, which if you're a self-healing class can be a pain. There you go, got some drops, nothing fancy. I mean, there's not really much a Death Knight can get in here. Maybe a transmute for a weapon, maybe the legendaries, I mean that would be sweet. But for now. And may as well, this other boss here can fear you. So I tend to like clearing all of these even though you don't have to. Technically, you can probably pull the boss without getting any of these. Maybe that group. Honestly, I think that one might pull with the boss. But the boss does fear, so you may as well just kill everything. I'm gonna wait the 6 seconds for my Death and Decay to come back up line. This guy, also a pretty easy boss. Figure I may as well say it while I'm waiting for this to come online. He doesn't really do too much. He fears you, and he puts fire on the ground. If you don't stand in the fire, there's nothing to worry about. If you do stand in the fire, and you're level 90, there's nothing to worry about. So, we may as well... Yeah, let's pop some cooldowns on those for the hell of it. Make him go down a little quicker. The fear is a pain. It really is. And I always forget that I have Lich Ward on this guy, so I can actually get through the fear. Yeah, a new weapon makes a big difference. So that's that guy. If you want to kill the last boss, you have to kill this guy. Everyone that's in front of a rune like that, you have to kill to get to Ragnaros. Ragnaros, that's his name. Totally, yeah. I've been away from this game for a long time, so pardon any having to recall names of things. I think I'm going to do one more boss for this initial video, because I'm going to break this down. I'm not going to have it as one big chunk. I'm going to break this down into a few smaller ones, because it makes it a little easier to watch, I guess. Not everyone wants to watch every single boss, maybe you only want to watch see, that's the difficulty you have to avoid if you're, especially if you're a lower level coming through here. It's not gonna instantly kill you or anything. Like, I was doing pulls in here on my paladin at level 70, so now at 90, I mean, this is really not much of a challenge, but I don't have a lot of experience with squishier classes, so I tend to err on the side of caution. So if you're squishy, or if you're coming through here on a mage, or if you're coming through here on a mage, probably is the one that strikes out, because warlocks got a pet, priests can heal themselves, hunters and shamans got pets or heals. So it's rogues, rogues can stealth, what do they need to worry about? So yeah, probably just mages. I do plan on leveling up a mage, and perhaps trying this as well. Damn it, I'm so bad at avoiding this. So perhaps there will be a how to solo these things as a mage later. And the other boss should be coming up, yep, right over here. This is another guy. It's another one of these like Naga type guys with 2 ads. Really no big challenge. He does put a curse on you, which can be a pain if you're a class that cannot dispel curse. He also does a big AoE thing, which doesn't really do a lot of damage at all. So let's pop the same cooldowns, because why not? And we should blow up fairly quickly. Like that. Yeah. And the ads are no problem. For the most part, I tend to go for the main guy first and then the ads, especially if I know I can burn them down. But your experience may vary. You may want to go for the ads first. If you're having problems with the main guy, kill the ads first. They're squishy. They drop pretty quickly. So many Fire Lords. Can I just walk past? Alright, I take it back. One more boss in this first part, because they are just straight in a row. It's really that simple. This guy, Gar. The important thing about this guy, I believe it's him. I could be proven wrong. I believe this guy drops one of the bindings of the Windseeker. Let me double check that. Gar. Yes, Bindings of the Windseeker. That's how you get your Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. You need both of them. They are super rare drops, so you're unlikely to get them. But you know, even if you can only kill this guy and the other one that drops a binding every week, you've got a chance at it. For this guy, sometimes I do some AoE, but... And if I... Hey, there we go, definitely can. Pop that down, pop those. They all go down pretty quickly. Oh, he does knock you up, as you may have just seen. That's why I tend to fight him against the wall. It makes the knockup not quite as bad. Oh, is that BOE or BO? Oh, cool. I could probably sell that. Okay, so this has been part 1 of Death Knight soloing Molten Core. Tune in for part 2, and thank you for watching.